Steps 4 and 5 are two of the steps that people find daunting because they not only have to face themselves, but they feel they have to talk to someone else about it. Step 4 is taking a searching and fearless moral inventory of oneself. And step 5 being admitted to, in their case, they say God or whoever, oneself and another person, the exact nature of their wrongs. Almost sounds like the Catholic thing with confession. Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. I stole a banana and ate the skin. That kind of stuff. But really isn't. There is a reason for this. It's really not that difficult to step if you just follow some good common sense guidelines. In step 4, you take an inventory of yourself. You can also start working at step 8, making a list of all people you had harmed while you're doing this. Because part of the way we see our moral inventory of who we are, what we are, is the impact we have on others. So this isn't a list to beat yourself up to show, oh, look at me, I'm the Billy Badass of the world, look how bad I am. It's not that at all. You just want to get a handle on where you're at. And you may need to take your time until you come to work this step. That's okay. The main thing is when you do it, keep it simple. There's nothing stupid in taking a step. Just keep it simple, keep it direct. Look at things you've done, look at them in the view of what is it within you that makes those things happen. You see. There's a lot of different groups have different plans for doing a fourth step, but the simplest thing is look at what your actions have done, look at what's in you that causes them. Write it down. Don't keep it in your head. Remember what I always have said about writing exercises. When you write some down, you make it tangible. You make it real. And if you actually say it while you're writing it down, that even reinforces that this is a real thing. This isn't just a wisp of the mind that'll go away. This is something that must be dealt with. Now, step 5, you got to work up to that one. And you have to be very careful in, first of all, whom or who. Sometimes I get the syntax screwed up, but hey, what the heck. Who are you going to tell us to? Who's hearing this story? I know too many tales of people who blabbed part of someone else's 5th step. So, rule number 1 is you want to pick someone who can keep his mouth shut. Say nothing. Keep a secret. Rule number 1. Someone who doesn't gossip around or tell tales about others. That's, 90% of it there. You also want to get someone who has an even mind, not someone who's going to sit and tell you what an awful slug you are for what you've done. So you don't want someone who's critical of you, or as they call a Dutch uncle, someone who is critical when he really doesn't need to be. And you want someone who's had good recovery too and who understands, someone you feel a sort of connection with, that you can identify with, where you can identify with his story, his past, whatever. And that's a simple thing. You take your 4th step, you go, you sit down, you discuss what you've done, let it out. And you know why we do this? It's the thing of secrets. There's an old saying, our secrets keep us sick. But when you tell your secret to someone else, it's not a secret anymore. And you can't go back and say, well, that was just an idea, just a thought, just a feeling for the moment. Oh, no. You can't do that anymore because now someone else has a piece of it too, so to speak. And so you got to deal with it. You want to bring it in the open. Once you clear out your secrets, you also find the things you thought made you such a horrible person really aren't as bad as you thought. Others have been there. So this is one of the steps that in a way helps restore you to normalcy, to sanity, to feel like you're part of the human race again. Because some of you, when you were out there, didn't act very human. You talk about gnomes and trolls and goblins and orcs. There you are, the Klingon nation. And I'm not talking about cool with the Klingon nation. I'm talking about like one step up from savagery. That's over now, and you're going to find out through the fifth step that maybe there's a lot more hope than you thought. These are two good steps. Just take them with common sense. Don't rush them. Don't worry about them. Work them easily and take your time. And if you apply those common sense rules, you should have a good experience with them. Good luck in your recovery. This is Uncle Thor signing out.